Hi Pisces, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your December 2017 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. So Pisces, for this reading I'm using the Mystic Dreamer Tarot deck along with the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. If you are interested in an extension to this reading, Pisces, over on Vimeo, I do have the December 2017 Love Tarot forecast posted over there. And starting right now, I will have the 2018 yearly tarot forecast available for sale on my website. So if that's something that interests you, please check out northeasttarot.com. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, okay, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. And this is what I'm using as the overall energy for you guys for the month of December 2017. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. So change is definitely coming in for many of you. Change is on the horizon here. The Wheel of Fortune can be a very blessed, fortunate energy. It does represent karma. It does represent destiny. For me, it's higher forces at play definitely in your life. Let's see. Yeah, I can definitely see here that many of you are experiencing some changes, and I think that this is definitely change for the better. We're starting out with the Hierophant. We have the Hierophant crossed by the Six of Wands. So with the Hierophant here, you know, there could be some Pisces that maybe you have something going on with a large company or the government, maybe a large institution. This could be a bank, something like that. Paperwork could be significant. And with the Six of Wands here, the Six of Wands is a card of success, victory, triumph, you feeling proud of yourself. And with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, some of you definitely, right at the start of the month, you could be coming through quite successful with something in your life. If that's the case, it's definitely meant to be, and it's meant to happen at this time with the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you could have something going on with a large company, some sort of institution, maybe the government, maybe a legal matter. And then other Pisceans, you know, maybe this has something to do with marriage. If not marriage, it could have something to do with your relationship, especially if you're in like a more traditional relationship. And with the Six of Wands here, again, this is a card of success. So some of you, I feel like you will be coming through quite successful with something right at the start of December. For other Pisceans, because it is in the challenge position, which for me, it's not always a challenge. It's something that can help you or hurt you. Not hurt you, but it can be a challenge. And with the Six of Wands in this position, some of you, there might be a lack of confidence. So needing to have faith, definitely with the Hierophant and the Six of Wands, needing to have faith, needing to remain positive and confident about whatever this is for you. And with the Page of Swords at your foundation, some of you could have experienced maybe some delays around this with the Page of Swords. So if this is like a matter that's a legal matter or something to do with maybe the government, something like that, or maybe even some important documents for some of you, maybe things were delayed previously with the Page of Swords here at your foundation. But also, you know, this page for me is someone who's very vigilant, someone who's on guard, and it can be someone who's expecting the worst or someone who's expecting disappointing news. So some of you previously, you know, maybe you thought that something wasn't going to go in your favor, something wasn't going to work out, but with the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands here, you know, again, I see this turning out very, very good for you. So I think that maybe some of you were definitely a little weary previously. There definitely could have been like a lack of confidence for some of you. And in the more recent past, we do have the Queen of Swords. So we do have some ear energy here. So maybe some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. An ear sign person definitely could be significant. For some of you, though, this definitely could have been your energy in the recent past, maybe in the month of November, coming through a little bit more, you know, logical, serious, you know, not your normal self, Pisces. This is definitely maybe very much in your head, maybe overthinking things for some of you. Again, some of you could have been expecting the worst, something like that. But because we also have the Hermit crowning you, Pisces, I often can see the Hermit as someone who gives counsel. This can be an older gentleman, this can be an attorney, and then we do have this ear energy. So some of you, this definitely could be like a legal matter, and maybe your attorney has contacted you previously, maybe you're waiting on them to, you know, contact you again, something like that. This could definitely be a legal matter for some of you. With the Hermit crowning you, some of you could be seeking answers or enlightenment, clarity about a situation, definitely. But also with the Hermit crowning you, the Hermit is someone who's very spiritual, someone who's highly, highly intuitive. Some of you could be growing spiritually, definitely. Some of you might want to spend some time alone. With the Hermit crowning you, some of you definitely could be thinking about maybe, you know, going off and spending some time alone. Maybe you do need to go within about a particular matter, figure things out. But some of you just simply might want to get away. Maybe you need a break. Maybe you want some alone time. Maybe right at the start of the month. And then what's interesting is coming up around the second week in the near future position, we do have the King of Wands. So there could be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or Aries person that's significant here in the near future. But also, you know, this could be your energy, especially with the Page of Swords at the foundation. Sometimes, you know, with this page, this can also be someone who's a procrastinator. So if some of you have been waiting on something and putting something off, maybe you even need more information, this could be now you around the second week, Pisces. Definitely fired up. You know, we have that fire energy here. So very passionate, creative, very ambitious, and maybe moving forward. I always see the King of Wands as someone who's a manifestor, a go-getter, someone who's going to make things happen. And with the Wheel of Fortune here on your side, with this energy as the overall energy, you know, definitely you can make it happen here in December. So some of you could be doing that here around the second week. Definitely could be coming through a lot more fiery and passionate at this time. And then what's interesting is in the position of your power, Pisces, I do have Judgment. So with Judgment, especially in this position, for those of you that have to make a decision, you're making the right decision. For some of you, you are definitely on the right path. You could have even been dealing with some divine timing or, again, some delays, things, you know, unfolding a little slowly. But if that's the case, it's because it was meant to happen that way. If you are making a decision, though, you're making the right decision. I feel like some of you are definitely on the right path, and this spread is confirming that. With Judgment, again, you could be making a decision. For those of you that have a legal matter, a decision could be coming to you. A decision could be very significant here, especially around the second, third week. But Judgment is also a healing energy. It's recovery, it's renewal, it's rebirth. So some of you could even be rising up from maybe a difficult time in your life, starting over in some way, or, you know, I feel like this, I feel like there's this healing that's taking place. So some of you, you know, you might have went through a challenging time, you know, even if you have something legal that's ongoing, like a challenging time, an ordeal, and now things are definitely improving for you. And now, in the position of how those around you are viewing you, I do have the Knight of Cups. So very interesting. The Knight of Cups can come forward with an offer. Now, it can be an offer of love, but not necessarily. So some of you, you know, on the romantic front, you could be asking someone out. Maybe you met someone new. But there also could be a Knight of Cups that's coming in for some of you. I often see the Knight of Cups as someone that you already know. Can be someone that you've dated, but not necessarily. This can just be a friend or an acquaintance. But it's normally, for me, someone that you already know. So there definitely could be some romance in the air here, especially around the second, third week of the month. And with Judgment and the Knight of Cups, Judgment can represent second chances. So there could be some Pisces that maybe you're giving someone a second chance, or maybe someone wants a second chance here around this time. And then for other Pisceans that this is not on the romantic front, this could just be good news. It could be an opportunity, good news, or some sort of communication that's coming to you and it's making you very happy. Now in the hopes and fears, which is interesting, we do have the Ten of Swords. So I think that some of you are definitely hoping that the worst of something is behind you, especially because we have Judgment here as well. So you are rising up from a difficult time in your life, definitely some of you are. And I think that some of you are hoping that the worst is behind you, hoping that a difficult cycle comes to an end, definitely. Some of you are hoping for a fresh start. Maybe fearing the worst. This obviously can be a fear as well. Fearing the worst, fearing betrayal, fearing things not working out. But the energy that you're leaving the month of December with and actually starting the new year with, we do have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups can be a dreamy sort of energy. There could be some Pisceans at this time fantasizing a lot, maybe daydreaming a lot. You know, what's interesting is I think that some of you were coming through a little bit more logical, a little bit more serious here, maybe at the end of November previously, and then maybe around the second week, even a little bit more fiery. So not so much in your element, but then, you know, closing the month with the Seven of Cups is actually really good because you're ending more in your element. I think some of you might feel a little bit more like yourself. And the Seven of Cups can also represent you having many options. So some of you have options available to you. You could be narrowing it down. You could be making some decisions here that are very significant here, especially because we have Judgment in the spread as well. So some of you are maybe narrowing it down. Some of you have some choices in front of you. You need to make some decisions, definitely. But let me do some clarifying for you. First, I do want to take a look at the Seven of Cups for Pisces, clarifying the Seven of Cups for Pisces. Looking at the Seven of Cups for Pisces. Interesting. Okay. And now let's take a look at this Page of Swords. Let's clarify the Page of Swords, which is at your foundation, Pisces. Looking at the Page of Swords for Pisces. Very interesting. Okay, so first I want to look at the Page of Swords here, which is at your foundation. It's very interesting. We do have Temperance, we have the Three of Swords, and then we have the Fool. Very interesting. With the Page of Swords at your foundation, for those of you that this was some sort of disappointing news, previously. Now this can go back some time. Some of you could have had some sort of disappointment or went through some sort of loss here because we have the Three of Swords. But because we have Temperance here, which is a major arcana, very powerful spiritual energy, very powerful healing energy, you're healing, you're overcoming whatever hurt or loss or heartache or disappointment that you went through. So your emotions are definitely balancing out. You know, and with the Page of Swords, I mentioned that this page for me is very on guard, you know, a little weary, a little hesitant. So some of you, you know, because maybe you've been hurt in the past, could be why we have this energy here. But we also see a new beginning here. So some of you, this new opportunity, walking out on this new path, could bring in a lot of healing. Also, if you were waiting to walk down a new path, again, if this was delayed news or communication, maybe waiting on a new job for some of you, something like that, this could have been disappointment because things are happening very slowly. Temperance does represent patience and moderation. So if you're waiting to be able to walk down a path, a new path here, just needing to stay positive, needing to keep the faith, definitely. And then looking at the Seven of Cups, clarifying the Seven of Cups here, which is energy that you're leaving the month with. We do have the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Five of Pentacles. So some of you, this definitely could be work related, or I'm getting legal. So, and you know, sometimes when you have legal problems, it can be quite expensive. So this is for me, you know, I'm getting money related matters. So I think that some of you have some choices in front of you here at the end of the month. And it could be, you know, in regards to a job situation, what you're going to do next. Some of you where you're going to work here. With the Five of Pentacles, you might feel this lack financially. You know, this person can feel a lack of financial security or feel this lack even though they're not necessarily lacking. With the Seven of Pentacles, though, you've worked very hard, but you're waiting for those seeds to sprout. You're waiting for that harvest to come in. For some of you, you and your family are definitely waiting for those rewards from your hard work and efforts to come in. Just hang in there. Again, with the Seven of Cups, I feel it's very positive. It's options on the table that you have in front of you. In December, let's face it, you know, it can be difficult for everyone. It's a wonderful time of year, but the holidays are very expensive. So for some of you, this is definitely financial. And you have some choices in front of you, definitely. You will need to narrow it down with the Seven of Cups, though. Not everything is a good fit for you, so you will need to narrow it down. So definitely stay grounded at this time. Let's pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Pisces. What else does Pisces need to know for December? This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Pisces. Additional guidance for Pisces. All right. Okay, we have Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. So some of you have been working very hard. Maybe you've had to be patient, but here you go. This is the second card of victory that you have here. You have the Six of Wands. You also have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, which is things turning in your favor at the precise moment they're meant to happen. It's higher forces at play in your life, Pisces. But we have Gates of Triumph. So you are going to be triumphant. You are going to be successful. Yes, some of you will have to be patient while you're on this journey, but you're going to be successful. So just hang in there. Keep the faith, Pisces. I think it's going to be a wonderful month for you. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading by me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I want to wish you guys just a very Merry Christmas and happy holiday season and just a wonderful month. Take care, Pisces.